couple other things on the management reports. Somehow I changed my slide and didn't see it. This is your balance sheet. Very much the same as it's always been, except for you're going to see some additional lines come up. We talked about billed account receivables and unbilled account receivables. These are the ones that have been invoiced. These have not yet been invoiced. But you'll start seeing those come up. PeopleSoft is allowing us now to track our accounts receivables. So you'll start seeing that on your balance sheet reports. Also on that summary, oftentimes you did not see any revenue, especially on NIH or R01s and such, a lot of the federal grants. You will now start seeing that revenue show up on a monthly basis or whenever it's recorded. Dean went over this once. We'll go over it just quickly again. The old statuses used to be active and inactive. Now you have prior to open, so that's before the project's start date. Open is what you'll normally see. It's just like active used to be. The hold is, we're going to use it very limited, usually just almost on emergency. We're not going to be, we don't want you to calling up and saying, can you freeze this account? Generally, we will not do it, but this is just if we absolutely have to. Automatically at the end date, the project will go, say, ended, and then closed, but there should be that limited spending. All those things that need to come in to close the project. Close cuts off the spending at the date it's closed, and final again is no longer active. Another just reminder, I think this is the 5th time. Didn't Dean say we're going to show it 5 different times? This is for your regular projects with the Fund 5,000, matching or cost share projects will now be 5,999. Subrecipients. Subrecipients, even if you have 5 subrecipients, will still all only be budgeted under these 2 budget categories. They will no longer be split out in the budget. But where you can see them is we can still create the custom account descriptions for the expenses and the encumbrances. So as the PO is created and encumbered, those can then start having that same descriptions. Daily posting of F&A. F&A will be posted on a daily basis. So when you look at your summary reports, that should be an accurate number day by day instead of monthly or whenever it was previously done. Billings. Billings or invoices are created within the PeopleSoft grant module system. Even GCA will not do them by hand anymore. Everything will be created through the PeopleSoft system. Invoices should not be created outside the system by departments. So we can't have the department sending invoices to the sponsors. And again, should not be sent to the sponsors. It'll just create all kinds of headaches and work for GCA. A couple exceptions. Those who have private clinical trials, awards with the beginning projects with the beginning 503, and also EGI on a couple of their fixed price corporate sponsored agreements can still do invoicing themselves. Those have been approved by GCA. On deposits, all deposits to sponsored projects will be made by GCA, again, except for the following: clinical trials, private clinical trials, and petty cash accounts. If the departments receive any checks, any funds that should go into the projects, you need to forward those to GCA so they can be deposited correctly. Payroll encumbrance. Payroll encumbrances process is to recognize encumbrance changes. Posting these encumbrances will now be on a daily basis instead of semi-monthly with the payroll. So every day you make a change to somebody's distribution, that's going to show up on a daily basis instead of a monthly basis. So the encumbrances will change. This has been going on for quite a while now, right, Dean? So you may have seen that. Allow encumbrances to extend beyond the fiscal year project. This has also been going on now for some time. This is one of the beginning things we did in the implementation, allowing you to go over that fiscal year. So a PI can actually budget their entire award for all the people on salaries.